Welcome to the Lara Jane Layton Show. This podcast is for you, the person who keeps putting others first. Your self-talk has held you back. You no longer need to take a second seat. Let's explore ways to overcome self-doubt. You can silence that inner bully voice and achieve your full potential. Here's your host, Lara Jane.
Hey, listener, it's Lara Jane, and I am here with thoughts from my head. And today, what I have been thinking about is that old saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I am a little annoyed at that statement because I don't, or I am not always the same. There are times when I swear I've been possessed. Somebody else took over my brain and words came flying out. They weren't in my head before, had to been possession, right? But that one time when I showed up like that, now I wonder if those people judge me for or think that I'm always like that. So how you do one thing's how you do all the things? Not true, because I definitely have a lot of times when I'm out of character. Stress, anxiety, any of those, depression, anything that can hit you just out of the blue. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story on why I say this isn't the truth. So don't let anybody tell you that just because you acted or behaved a way, that you're that way all the time. So I was a young mother, 3 little kids, and I lived by a bus stop. And the bus stop had people, 4, 5, 6 people every hour standing out there. So there's always people around. And one time there was these 3 kids that were just kicking a glass bottle. And for some reason, I didn't like it. And then I just kept watching them. And like, I guess I didn't have anything better to do at the time. But eventually they kicked this glass bottle into my driveway where my kids do ride their bikes and they do play. And I turned into a lunatic. And I went and got the dustpan and I went and got the broom and I took it to them and told them to clean it up. And I watched them clean it up. And it's like every time I was sure that every time that they went past the house again, they thought, oh, there's where that bitch lives. Because that is exactly what I was at the time. I didn't show up with my normal loving kindness and allowing people their life. I felt infringed and I attacked. So here's the question. Do you think those boys ever really thought about it again, or do you just think they went on? I don't think about people like all the time. Does that make me selfish? No, I live with myself 24 hours a day. I think of them, but not all day long. I still play it in my mind that I lost it. And why? Because I don't show up that way. And maybe that's why it bothers me so much. But maybe that's why that saying just drives me nuts. But I want to tell you that you are your own worst critic. That you are the one that replays those things over and over in your head, like I do. And the other people don't care. The other people aren't thinking about us as often as we think they're thinking about us. And it is time to let go of caring what somebody else thinks, or caring that someone says, oh, how you do one thing's how you do all the things. Because you know what? I can do things different if I choose. I'm going to do them out of love. And that's the one thing I'm going to strive to do all things from. Whether I be frustrated or happy or sad, it's going to be love. How are you going to show up and do your things? And it's okay to get possessed and go out of your mind and be crazy for a while. But I bet you that's not what you do all the time. I'm sure there's someone out there that thinks that I think they're crazy because of a one-time experience. Not true. I know that we all have our struggles. We all have what's going on. And we get through it. And what we go through makes us so much stronger and so much more experience in our lives that we can pull from. So as you sit and you think about who you are and how you show up, just know, be you in the moment, love life, and have a great time. Stay tuned for the next episode. Talk to you there.
Are you tired of waking up exhausted? You are not alone. If you're looking to take your life back, let's start with the simple step of adjusting your self-talk. Stay tuned for the next episode with your host, Lara Jane. Remember to follow the show so you don't miss a next simple step that you can use to feel more confident. And please leave an honest review.